A new school year is upon us, and everyone's favorite shop teacher is back in the news. This beautiful woman right here with the tiggle bitties, Kayla Lemieux. I've done a little bit of research, and if there is any truth to the speculation, not only is this the most impressive troll of all time, there needs to be a movie about Kayla Lemieux. Hello everyone, if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your second, third, fourth, fifth time watching one of my videos and you are not yet subscribed, we already go together. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have the goal of making it to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you watch my videos and you like them and you're not yet subscribed, wife your girl up and hit that button, okay? Thanks.
Just do it!
We're now moving on to today's topic, Kayla Lemieux. Oh my gosh, this is still going on. So I'm going to start off by doing a quick little recap of the story, and then I'm going to get into the latest news about Kayla Lemieux. So this Canadian teacher, formerly known as Carrie Lemieux, has been a teacher in Ontario for the last 16 years. He was originally a teacher with the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board in Ontario, and at some point in 2022, he changed school boards, and in September of 2022, he began teaching with the Halton District School Board and showed up to school in September of 2022 dressed like this. And he began going by the name Kayla instead of Carrie. Lemieux's choice of attire made the students, teachers, and parents uncomfortable with not only his wardrobe choice, but the potential motives for his behavior. In February of 2023, Lemieux did an interview with The Post, where he claimed to not be transgendered, but rather intersex, meaning that Lemieux claims to be both male and female.
I don't see what's so hard to believe about that.
And he also denied wearing prosthetic breasts. Quote, "My condition is classified as gigantomastia, which can also be referred to as macromastia or breast hypertrophy. It's rare, there's no doubt about it. It affects women on a very rare basis, but in my case, I believe, and my doctor thinks, because I have XX chromosomes as well, that it has something to do with it, and hormone sensitivity to estrogen has caused it." In the same interview, Lemieux acknowledges that the diagnosis of gigantomastia was not one that was given by a doctor, but was a self-diagnosis. The interviewer also questioned Lemieux about photographs that had been circulating online, which showed that he was only dressing like a woman at school and the rest of the time presented as a man. Neighbors in Lemieux's apartment building also confirmed that they most often saw him dressed like a man, and this is what Lemieux had to say in response to the photographs and allegations. "I can't tell you who that is because I don't want to bring anyone else into this. I don't want that person to be thrown all over the media, but it wasn't me. This is who I am. This is how I look. You've been talking to people in my building, but what they're telling you is harsh and untrue. I am always going out looking the way I am." Lemieux then went on to claim that the people who were commenting on his Z-cup-sized prosthetic breasts were body shaming. Due to all the media attention, student complaints, and parent complaints, the school board made the decision to put Kayla Lemieux on a paid leave sometime around the end of February of 2023. And Lemieux had been on a paid leave up until recently when he showed up to school dressed like this. So he is now back teaching with the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board, and he has decided to ditch the wig, ditch the makeup, and ditch the fake boobs, and he is now presenting as a man.
Why did you say the breasts were real when you knew they weren't? Are you going to be teaching as a man or a woman this year? You have nothing to say? Do you feel like you've been targeted unfairly? Are you going to be Kayla or Carrie this year? Nothing to say?
Since the beginning of this controversy, there has been speculation that this was just a big troll. And since he has been showing up to school without his woman costume, without looking like Dolly Parton or Pamela Anderson, The speculation that this whole thing was a troll has continued to grow.
Could it be that Mr. Lemieux is not truly transitioning into a woman, but rather is exacting a measure of revenge against the uber-woke educrats employed at the Halton District School Board? Consider this recent post on social media, which may or may not be true. Quote, "This dude is gaming the system. And Anon here yesterday was in this dude's class. This teacher was almost fired for toxic masculinity last year, as well as not embracing woke culture. He dropped red pills to his class, such as how silly gender-neutral bathrooms are. The school board hates him. He's now upping the ante to exploit the very clown world the school and society itself has created. His long game is most likely to get fired and then sue for discrimination. There is no other explanation, no better way to troll clown world than to be an over-the-top caricature of a woman," end quote. Well, like I said, folks, there's no way to prove this information is true. I did reach out again via email to Mr. Lemieux, but he has yet to respond. Besides, if this is indeed a prank, why would he out himself in the first place?
I think this man is trolling, and honestly, he's won. He won the woke games. He won. I salute him. Honestly, society has gotten to a place where the most radical nonsense is legitimized and taken seriously. This man put on a fake pair of tits, and that was literally all it took for him to be considered a protected class. You can't make this shit up. That's so wild. That's wild.
That's sheer insanity. I'm out.
They chose not to fire him despite the fact that his behavior was inappropriate and unprofessional because he was considered a protected class. Despite the bomb threats, despite the death threats, despite the fact that this made international headlines for all the wrong reasons, despite the fact that parents were upset, students were upset, staff members were upset. Despite all of this, the school board is placating him as if he is some brave trans person, when really and truly he's just a troll.
Allegedly.
And he's proving a point that no matter how ridiculous things get, people will defend it. The bar that has been set for what constitutes a trans person is so low that an ant can clear it. Many trans people and trans activists say that people like Lemieux make the trans community look bad by making a spectacle of their identity. And while I agree, I also think that the reason that people like Lemieux are able to exist is because there is always going to be someone in the trans community or a trans activist who is going to defend this nonsense. No matter how radical, no matter how stupid, no matter how unbelievable it is, there are always going to be people who are going to defend it. So if people in the community and activists who support the community are going to defend this type of behavior, you can't really get upset that these type of people make the community look bad. If you're not willing to denounce it, then you are complicit. And as long as you are going to be complicit, then you shouldn't complain. But as far as Kayla/Carrie Lemieux is concerned, if in fact this is a troll, this is probably the greatest social experiment that has ever been conducted in the history of society. This New York Post article sums all of this up perfectly. Students at Nora Francis Henderson Secondary School in Ontario are about to get a very pointed lesson. And Lord, no, it's not about radical acceptance or human respect. Instead, the high school, which is back in session next week, is teaching impressionable teens that the world will not only cheer on insane machinations, it will contort itself to accommodate them at the cost of others. The district school board has truly gone above and beyond to accommodate Lemieux. Back in the winter of 2023, they were holding board meetings to decide if they should change the dress code, meaning that Lemieux's choice of prosthetics with the protruding nipples would therefore not be allowed. That was what was being discussed at the time, and they ultimately decided to not change the dress code, meaning that if Lemieux wants to, He can't continue showing up to school dressed the way he was dressed last year. It's crazy. Not only that, but they have also chosen to accommodate him this school year. So today was the first day of school, and Lemieux had a police escort to school for his safety. And they have also implemented a number of other safety protocols. For example, they require all students and visitors to use an intercom system to enter and exit the building, with parents being asked to email or call before coming to the school if they wish to visit or speak to an employee. They've also asked students to enter and exit the building using assigned doors at entry and dismissal times. So during the school day, they're going to have all of the school doors locked, and the students and the staff and the parents are only going to be allowed to enter and exit through the front doors. They have done so much to accommodate this one teacher who was likely trolling the entire time.
You're the reason this species is a failure, and it makes me angry.
All of this could have been avoided if the first time he showed up to school dressed inappropriately, they handled it back then. They let the situation escalate to the point where they can't really back down. It's crazy. Like, I am genuinely curious, how far would Lemieux have to go for them to actually fire him? Like, how far? What do you guys think? Do you think he was trolling? Do you think this was a fetish? Do you think he has mental illness? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. It does help me in the algorithm, so I appreciate when you guys hit the like button. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you would like to follow me on social media, you can follow me at NissCee.Social on Instagram. I will have my link for my Instagram in the description box down below. I also have my link for my Patreon in the description box down below. Oftentimes when I cover these more controversial topics, my videos do get demonetized and suppressed, so I do appreciate all of the support that you guys give me. And last but not least, if you liked this video and you want to see more content just like this, I have 2 more videos for you in the end cards. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.